Mm-hmm.
Hello, day 28.
Hello.
This is our last actual video. The rest of the time you see us will be live on the page from now on in. So that's it. I cannot believe we've done 28 days and how far you've all come. It's amazing.
It's kind of sad.
It is a little bit
but
sad.
It's amazing at the same time as well.
And this isn't the end. This is the beginning of your journey, guys. Totally the beginning. And
and we'll see you on the Rising Star course afterwards anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And for a lot of you, this is the first course you've ever done with us or with anyone, you know. So we hope you've enjoyed it. We're talking to you a little bit today. We've left this one to the last video because me and Martina both know it's the most important subject that you will ever have with your Scentsy journey. This is for yourselves, for joining, sharing the opportunity, for anything, is stories. When we say you share it, you don't sell it, stories is a big part of that. And that's basically what our industry is. It's a series of stories that we tell people and series of stories that we listen to. So for us, the story is the big one. If you can learn how to perfect the art of telling your story, there is no stopping you, basically, when it comes to team building, when it comes to your sales, all of that stuff.
You could have heard that already on World Tour. What was her name?
I don't know.
Well, there was this amazing speaker talking about the importance of storytelling. And yeah, that was really good. So if you watched World Tour, you have an idea already about the importance of that. And yeah, it's just same as we talked about when we were doing the videos about the products. It's about you sharing what you love about the products, as well as about the opportunity, how it changed your life, and people relate to stories much more than if it's just a promotional thing and just generic facts.
And your stories split up really into a problem and a solution. But how we actually split it up is into 3 parts. So we split it up into a pain part, right now, the current, and then the future. Now, the current and the future are important, but neither one of those are as important as the pain part. The pain part is what makes you relatable. The pain part is what the other person will be interested in, and that doesn't mean that the other person is interested in seeing you going through pain, or you're going to experience, you would have to experience physical pain. That's not what it means, but it means it's the problem part of it, and that's what people relate to. So, for instance, when it comes to joining, the pain part can be I work full time and I don't get any time at home, or my childcare fees pretty much outweigh what I earn while I'm at work, or I don't get any time to spend with my kids, or I don't know. I mean, the pain part, there's millions of different reasons of what the pain part can be. I'll let you explain a little bit as well, Martina, about the 3 sections.
Yeah, so whenever you're telling a story, especially now we want to talk more about the recruiting story. So it's your Scentsy journey, Scentsy story. You need to so the pain part is the most important part, as Carly already said. So this is something you want to try to be relatable to whomever you're talking to. We've been talking about that whenever you're talking to someone, you're trying to build the relationships. It's not just that you don't know someone at all and you will just give them all the facts about Scentsy, about compensation plan, about how amazing opportunity it is, and they can earn millions of dollars. Because when people hear that, they are not going to relate to that, and they will be like, yeah, right, you maybe can, but I can't. Yeah. But if you actually tell them the story behind it, why you joined that, and you know that person, for example, is super busy, going to work from early morning, finishing later in the afternoon, picking up the kids. Someone else has to pick up the kids from school for them, for example, blah, blah, blah. They don't have time as a family at all. now you know the problem, and you've been there maybe as well, or if not you, you know someone else, you've been in the same position, and Scentsy help them change that. So you start telling the story of yourself or someone else, starting with the pain you know that those people can relate to. And if you tell them that that person joined because, and the problem will be the same, people start listening right away, because it will be like, oh my God, that's so me. How did it change them, their life? And so this is when they actually start listening. And then you can just tell them, and now they are earning blah blah blah, it's changed, they can finish at work earlier because they don't need to work full time, but they can work part-time now, and they are expecting having Scentsy as a full-time job in the future.
Absolutely.
And that's all. So the middle and the future part is important so that they can hear how it changed, but the pain part is the most important one, because this is when people actually turn on their ears and they start listening, because they have the same problem as well.
Yeah. And it, like Martina said, the pain part is what's going to make you relatable. When you tell your story over and over and over and over and over and over again, which you're gonna, it's that pain part that's going to attract the people that you should attract, because that's who you are, and it's going to bring the people that you want to. Like Martina said, if you can't relate to somebody's story, if someone's got a different story, then you find a story that you can tell them. And there is absolutely hundreds of Scentsy stories on YouTube. There's hundreds of stories in Sky's the Limit. There's hundreds of different Scentsy stories right here in Leap to Lead. So learn people's stories, listen to other people and listen to their stories, so that you can then relate them back. You can use stories for selling, you can use for any of the products, but we're talking today about actually the opportunity. So what we want, your assignment today, is to go out and tell your story. We want you to make a quick 3-minute video, same as yesterday, and you know the reasons why now, because 3 minutes is that sweet spot that people will listen to. And we want you to tell your story. So we want you to tell your pain point. What was your life like before Scentsy? What was the reason why you joined? Currently now, what it's doing, and in the future, what you can foresee it doing to make your life better and take that pain away. Okay, so like we said, pain isn't physical. It doesn't have to be like harrowing, but it's just an expression for us to use for that point where for me personally, I was living in a new country and didn't have friends and family around me. So for me, joining Scentsy was much more about a community vibe than anything else, and just to get me out and about meeting people more than anything, because I didn't have anyone. I had this little baby at home. Alan was fly in, fly out. So that was my pain point, if you see. So that explains sort of what that is. And then currently now I am working from home. It allows me to do all the stuff that I want to do with my little girl. I'm earning my full-time income doing this, and future, it gives me independence, like financial independence for me and my family, to go and build a house on rural land, and you know all that sort of stuff. So that's my future. So that's what we want you to do.
Once you start telling these stories, you will change them around a little bit as well, because those pain parts usually was more than just one. Absolutely. For example, for myself, I had no idea what Scentsy about, but I've seen this ad on Facebook, which was saying that it is a safe alternative to fragrance candles. And I always loved candles, but I just stopped using them because my daughter was born and I was scared of having an open flame around the house. So Scentsy solved this problem for me, the way that it is safe, it can be used around small children as well, and I still can have fragrance in my home. But it also helped me to stay at home with my children and not having to go back to work, and just work around them at home and not to miss on anything while they're growing. So the point parts, there can be more of them, and then once you start talking to people, building the relationships, you will find out if that person doesn't have kids. I'm probably not going to talk about me having more time to spend with my children, but I will find a different pain which it solved for me.
or someone else's pain, like we said.
Someone else, exactly. Yeah, or you can use someone else's
So
story as well.
the video today is your story, okay? So the reason why we're getting you to do this is every time myself and Martina speak to anybody about the opportunity online, like when we're speaking to them backwards and forwards on social media, we send them through details of joining. One of the things that we'll send them through is the video of our story. Now we do that because it makes it easier for them to watch that in their own time. They can get to know us. They can see whether they sort of gel, whether we fit right. So it's a very powerful tool to use when talking to people on social media about joining. Okay, so 3-minute video, pain, current, future, your story, and this is something that you're going to be able to take away and go and use for the next however many years that you're with Scentsy, and then just update it regularly as your story changes. So that's
Don't forget to watch other people's stories as well.
Yeah,
so they will all be posted in this group, and make sure that you watch the others as well, so you can use the stories too.
Okay, that's it, guys. Tomorrow we've got a really amazing, uplifting video for you to watch. We cannot wait to have those conversations with you tomorrow. We're very excited. And then that's it. We're finishing day 30, where we'll be both jumping on live to have a chat with you about and congratulate you about completing the course. So yeah, we're super excited.
Yes.
Right, we'll see you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.